Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so today I'm feeling to go a little bit deeper into a reading. The first thing we're going to look at is, what do the divine masculines need to know about clearing karma at this time? And then we're going to look at what the feminines need to know, and then we're going to do a mirror reading to see where each counterpart collective is at, and also what energies are coming in next as related to the energies we can see for the collective. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through for the twins that join me here. What is it we can see for the divine masculines clearing karma? What is the most important message we can see? Oh my goodness, so many cards. 2 came in the upright. Okay, Hanged Man with perseverance, steps in the process. So divine masculines are about to see something because they've been in a bit of a, they might think it's stagnant energy, boredom, between a rock and a hard place. This card is putting them in a headlock with having to stick with these steps towards the goal, towards the freedom, towards the redemption I just heard. So for some, they're seeing that, ooh, I just heard karma's a bitch. And it's exhausting, but it is illuminating some of these things that wouldn't have been seen if there were quick moving energies or easy outs. If things went more smoothly, there are still some angles of mastery consciousness that are needing to be seen despite ego, I just heard. Okay, we also get, what's this? Oh, we get the twin flame union energy with truth still needing to be seen. What did I just say? And free will in the reverse. That's amazing. So this is where we take accountability. For me, the 5 of Swords in the reverse is where we get that aha moment that we don't have to take the easy way, the way that we think is going to result in getting off scot-free. I just heard in the reverse like this, there is accountability and a willingness to do things the right way, not the easy way. This is unity consciousness, fairness with all involved, not just the individual, selfish, self-seeking, ego protection modality. It's in the name of higher love, I just heard. There's going to be some truths illuminating to the divine masculines, eternal truths that will set them free based on the unity consciousness, this structure within. Divine masculines, draw on this spiritual foundation that you've been developing to see with fine-tuned precision the things you're facing right now regarding karma. Look at it through the long-term lens, not the short-term payout, and ask to be shown what that is if you don't know what it is, because you are about to see something you didn't see before about why some things are dragging out. And the last card that fell face down is moving forward. Moving forward, energetically clear from the karma. So that's the message here that you need to know about clearing karma, divine masculines. If you do this the right way, if you ask for truth, for the truth that sets you free based on this energetic spiritual foundation, you're going to be moving ahead with clear conscience, unencumbered, I just heard. That is beautiful. Let's get an energetic card for you, divine masculines. Guidance for that. Cosmic Calibrator, universal attunement, repatterning, and guidance. Yeah, you're no longer just coming from ego. You're getting wind in your sails to persevere, to see things you haven't seen before based on this spiritual foundation, truths that will truly set you free to go forward quickly. That is alignment with the cosmic consciousness and not such alignment with the mundane. So you are receiving higher guidance right now, or you are about to get some answers. Divine masculines, yes, and some freedom. That's so beautiful. Okay, what can we see for the divine feminines regarding clearing karma at this time? Ooh. Okay, so we get the Temperance card over here into the future. You're coming through your rite of passage, divine feminines, emotional equilibrium, compassionate non-attachment. This is what mastery looks like unfolding. You are balancing out, so you do not need anything outside of your connection to source. You are coming into not being triggered, holding your own elegance. Divine feminine, this is the nobility, the humble nobility, your rite of passage. And I got this King of Wands in the reverse, and I heard the narcissistic templates. So for many, there are karmic situations. There is karmic energy. The empath and the narcissist is a huge template, divine feminines, that you are clearing right now. I don't want everyone to apply that feeling to say. There is also the balance regarding any masculine energy, because we've got a King of Wands here. That would be controlling, temper, unfaithful, any of the lower vibrational masculine attributes or negative aspects that have typically been balance challenges. You are mastering those. You are overcoming even those things. Those are ego hooks, divine feminine. When you sweat those things, so to speak, that's ego getting involved. Your unconditional love, your compassionate non-attachment says if somebody is conducting themselves that way, it's not appropriate to hang on. It's not appropriate to put yourself in harm's way. You don't need that, divine feminine, and you are finally letting go of every behavior that is that way in your divine masculine, in karmic situations. You are holding your own. Beautiful divine feminines. Okay, what can we get for a support for divine feminines, energetic? Oh my goodness, so many. Why not? So we get Metatron's star, exaltation, brilliance, triumph, victory. You are, victory is assured, I just heard, divine feminines, and universal understanding, objective observation. Yes, when you don't take it personally and you see the big picture, this low vibe behavior, situations, they don't drag you down anymore. You're free from it because you don't take it personally. You can see it objectively. You can have compassionate non-attachment. Forgive them, for they know not what they've done, and run the other way in some situations. Not all. But you can pull me in saying that if you need that support. Neutrality, diplomacy, negotiation, and philosophy. Go into neutral energy. Hold your own. Balance out. Be your own best friend, divine feminines. Hang out with people who are in high vibe. Take others with a grain of salt. Help if you must, but have healthy boundaries. We also have quantum continuator, self-sustaining systems. Exactly. You are holding your own. This is the fluidity that allows you to move and navigate with neutrality, non-attachment, and that brings in your abundance because you're not diverted away from channeling the abundant aliveness that you're meant to be a light for in the world. And we're still going, divine feminines. Heartwave resonator, ecstasy, rapture, flux, and amplification. It's not selfish to hold your own. You're not abandoning anyone. It's a rapturing motion. You are up-leveling. You are coming into the ecstatic alignment where you can truly hear the divine voice. and that allows you to navigate in the moment with fluidity and amplifies anything you invest into that is of the same frequency. So this is a pure frequency that you're aligning with more and more, divine feminines, when you're even letting go of your twin flame not being ready for union, and auric cleansing, replenishment, renewal, and restoration. So your aura is being sealed, you're being healed. As you balance out, there are no longer these energetic ports for the lower vibrational things to attach to. And that's what you need to keep clearing karma, divine feminines. Holding your own, I want to say it again, is not abandoning anyone. It's actually being able to show up more fully. Okay, let's get into the daily reading. So, what can we see for the Divine Masculine Collective? What are the Divine Masculines? We just had that King of Wands in the reverse for the feminines, and the King of Wands with coming back around in the upright here showed up for the divine masculines. So I'm getting that many of the divine feminines, you are clearing karmic energy. We already said that was karmic masculine energy, but the divine masculines are stepping into their high frequency version of the King of Wands there. So beautiful. Okay, what are we seeing for the divine masculines, or how they're thinking about the connection at this time? What they are feeling on the heart space, what they are wishing for the connection, what actions are being taken, and also for the divine feminines, what is the challenge currently, what is the spirit guided solution for that challenge, and where is the collective energy going in the near future. 1, 2, and 3. I've been told to shuffle 3 times today, so the number of the day is 3. And I'm going to get some cards for what's going to happen next in the connections based on the different energies in combination here for the collective. Okay. Divine masculines, what are you thinking about the connection? Wow, they're still processing about these eventual reunion energies. We've been seeing the 6 of Cups, the reunion energy showing up in the masculine readings for a few weeks now, anticipating lots of subconscious things being brought up for the divine masculines at this time. Some inner child healing, some considerations about children. There's a lot of thoughts flickering through their minds when they're going to bed at night, possibly even dreams. And for some who are still entrenched in a heavy layer of karma, still with karmic partners, that sort of a thing, nightmares, I'm hearing, might be happening to get their attention to come out of. And I just heard some divine feminines, you're dreaming about your divine masculines right now, that the veil is thin for that. And it's an anticipation, but it's also an indicator. So if you have been dreaming about your divine masculine right now, at this time, feminines, I'm being told that that is them astrally joining you in your dream time. What are the feminines seeing or thinking of this connection? Wow, psychic vision, hidden meanings, and dream reading. What the heck? So there we are, dreams for both, and astral dream space sharing. So this is divinely guided, this is divine intervention. So divine feminines, you are wondering if your masculine showing up in dreams possibly is them or not. Yes, it's their astral self. They are thinking of you quite a bit right now with this reunion energy. They are but dial manifesting it, and also working through layers of cringe, awkward, fear, all that in preparation to see you again, and you are picking up on it. What does this mean for the energy of the connection? Burden is being put down, and this passionate new beginning is in the works. What can we see on the heart space for the masculines? They're really dropping into knowing this love. So divine masculines, you're focused on the love, but you're searching your compassionate, merciful, humble energy within. So this is taking action in your own thoughts, in your own intuition. A lot of moon energy, deep meditation for the masculines. Oof. Deep meditation, divine masculines, on this love that you cannot shake on your heart space, this knowing, this profound connection, this life-changing, old life-shattering love I just heard. Wow, they love you. They love us. Divine masculines love the divine feminines so much. I'm really taken with that right now. They're really knowing it. Divine masculines are knowing it in their own right. I'm very close to tears today. This is an interesting energy. What are the divine feminines going through in the heart space? Wishing on a star, thinking of the past. So there is some emotionality here, a pull towards, it's a magnetic pull. Lots of cups in the heart space here with the High Priestess and the Journey, Exchange, Transference, Chamber of Teleportation. Literally astral pull right now. I've been feeling this energy until the solstice where the veil is very thin. For many, there is going to be this dream communication, astral communication, 5D interaction. There's going to be communication again, physical meetups, so many personal readings that I'm working with. We're starting to see so many twins coming into physical connection over the next little while. And so feminines, you're really looking at the journey. This dolphin has a cup of love here, so don't forget the love. Don't be in the longing too much, divine feminines, but you are feeling your divine masculine clicking into sync regarding the truth of the love here. What can we see for the collective? This is what brings in reciprocity, a changeover from giving to one thing and now a focus on giving to the twins. I'm being told that this is going to be for a time. There's going to be this interaction. So I'm getting communication with this card. It's going to be an exchange, energetic exchange, which could be communication for some that have been out of communication. This is the dream, the 5D, the psychic veil being thin, being able to tune in, desiring to be tuned in. If you haven't been thinking about your counterpart all the time consciously, this could be conscious recognition for a period of time again. For those who have really let go, you might be asking yourself, am I crazy that I'm thinking of this person? I thought I let go. So there could be another resurgence of that. There's a lot, the veil is thin. So a lot of physical meetups. For many, you've already made plans, but for some, there will be, before the 6th of June, I just heard, there's going to be a lot of definite surprise plans being made, chance occurrences, passing by, passing through your area, things like that, the stars aligning. And this is because of this heart-centered pull right now I'm hearing. What are the masculines wishing for in the connection? Wow. We have this Ace of Wands, burden, or 10 of Wands, burden in the reverse again. So this is the manifestation of the masculines on the conscious mind. There is an alignment here between the thoughts of the conscious mind, thinking about the reunion energies coming together again, and here is the twin flame. So we get soulmate and twin flame. So they're both in the reverse. Many divine masculines don't know that this is a twin flame connection, a soulmate connection, but they feel like it is something that they have not ever experienced anywhere else. And if they did know about the twin flame, many of them are ripe to believe in it, I just heard. So at least soulmate, twin flame, most people have heard of soulmates, kindred spirits, two peas in a pod, all those kinds of things are crossing the divine masculine's minds. possibly not actual twin flames, but that wouldn't surprise me here. They are becoming receptive to the idea that there is a one perfect match. So if the divine masculines know that this is a twin flame connection, if they've heard of that, they are coming into a new receptivity where they see that the karmic burden is about to be put down, and this ignition, this preparation, the curiosity about what this new stage, what this new cycle is going to be like when they see you again. So there are many waves of twins listening to this. Speaking of which, for years now, there have been YouTube readers and other people, but we're on YouTube right now, so I'll just say that, prophesying about these waves of twins. It's not limited to 3 waves of twins or just a few. This is going to be forevermore. So we are the first generations to have these mass waves of union energy relationships coming in, but that is going to lay the foundation for peace on earth through harmony on the home front. The individual first, then the unions, and it's a chain reaction, dominoes. It's going to change a whole family lines. It's going to be passed down to the children. So it's not limited to the 144,000, you know. Those are the first fruits, those who are ripe and ready, who were seeded in, who were born to this, whose karmic paths afforded them, us, the revelations that allow us to believe in love, desire it, go for it, persevere, all of that. So it's not limited to just a finite number. That's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. So as these new passionate attractions, connections, cycles come in, it's a chain reaction. I'm seeing a match lighting and that torch being passed generation to generation with authenticity, I just heard. So the divine masculines are knowing this is all this wands energy. It's the soul stuff. It's the ignition. It's the fire burning, the passion. Both in the reverse, they're really looking at solving the problem of desiring deep heart and soul connection without loss of freedom. They don't want to ever recreate the karmic burden. So that's the wish here for the masculines. What are the feminines wishing? Higher love, love, innocence, reverence, purity, alignment with divine will, as above, so below. Divine feminines are just wishing for union as well. Divine masculines may or may not know that it's union they're wishing for, but it's a mutual act here, I'm hearing. What is, oh, we got 2. Okay, we got the card of laying the foundation in the reverse, so not laying the foundation, and then we got self-sabotage, abandonment, wounding. This is the cringy energy that causes codependency, or actually, you know, more clearly, it's the 10 of Swords that leaves behind the existential crisis, the abandonment triggers, the original separation wound, and finds that clarity. So it's basically, it's not investing in the self-sabotage, not investing in the left for dead, not investing in the rock bottom energy anymore. Both twins are mutually desiring love, union, wishing for it. And so through free will, the twin collectives are getting to the point where they no longer invest in the paradigms of death and regarding relationships and interactions with others. So think of all the codependency and the suffocating cycles that happen when things are not life-affirming, aren't alive. What are the masculine's actions at this time? Oh, moving forward in the 3D communication. Look at that. This masculine writing a letter, figuring out what to say, wanting to move forward. So a few cards have come up that are reflected in the beginning reading. I'm seeing this, divine masculines, you are getting to this place where you're figuring out what really matters in the 3D to move this forward. The energetics are being supported by actions in the 3D. So divine masculines, you are balanced out and taking action in 3D. So divine feminines, yeah, there is communication coming for many. For many, it's all about communication and meeting up and bridging the gap. Divine feminines, there it is. Look at that. That's that Ace of Wands that keeps wanting to come up with the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So divine feminines, the action you're taking, you are unapologetically soul driven now. You are following divine spark. You are in alignment with this soul stuff and living it, actively living it, channeling it in daily life. I just heard correspondence, declaration, telepathy. You are the light. You're the lighthouse. And you're picking up what your divine masculine is throwing down. So there is communication and there's this ignition. There's a newfound inspiration, a feeling of growing passion, harmony, camaraderie, I just heard, unity. There are potentials that might not be felt by everybody. And I'm being told it's actually quite balanced if you're not feeling overly passionate energy yet. There is a clearing, a 0 point. So sometimes the Ace of Wands does not feel hot and heavy. It is the seed being planted. And the way that I'm being told to speak on this, divine feminines, is remember that when a seed is planted, you don't see anything for a while. It's there in the potential energies. But it's felt on the 5D, and that does not necessarily mean astral sexual experiences. It could, but for most there's a 0 point that will be activated in person and not ahead of time, because there's too much balance and not a expectation or attachment. So this is a potential energy. And for the collective, commitment, I couldn't say it. Communication wanted to come out. So communication about where the twins stand regarding commitment is a topic that is being looked at and possibly telepathically negotiated at this time. So you can be proactive on that. You might think of it as meditation. You might think of it as thinking on terms of where you're personally at regarding commitment, connection, how open or not you are at this point, how monogamous, what your life situations are doing. There's a lot of action to align with eventual commitment here. Follow through, I just heard, and increased communication. What is the biggest challenge from the masculines? The 5 of Cups, so mourning, grieving, overcoming the past histories where things weren't successful, third party energy, and focusing on the love, the promise, the transformation, stepping out of comfort zone and going towards things that haven't produced results fully yet. So letting go of the past, stepping away from it. So masculines are in mega letting go energy, stepping into the brave new world. What is the advice? Divine masculines, you're being asked to understand what reciprocity is, what equal give and take is, what being receptive is. So the divine feminines don't have to let go anymore when you come back into receptivity after you've healed and stepped out of your comfort zone, when you are open, divine masculines. That elastic band thing that goes, when you come back in, the tension isn't there to have your feminine let go because you are not desiring that. Your free will is in alignment, but it hinges on you understanding what actual balanced give and take would be in your situation at this time. So there is this Fool in reverse is the new beginning that is in the kinetic potential, along with that Six of Cups, which is the reunion energy. So this is the new beginning. I'm getting in the next phase. So energetically, through written communication, phone calls, physical, and then new levels of commitment coming in. So wherever you're at with that reverberation, the layering, that new beginning is on the horizon, but you need to get clear, Divine Masculines, with what would be mutually acceptable. What are you willing to contribute and receive at this new level? Set those intentions, but more importantly, drop into your heart and feel what those truths already are, so you can communicate them, Divine Masculines. What is the biggest challenge for the feminines at this time? Letting go of that rock bottom energy, the abandonment. This is a beautiful depiction of this card, though, because there are bubbles. It's effervescent, so it's not so much being stabbed, it's just a shadow of those light and airy thoughts, the truth that's setting this person free from the burden. And we're getting ceremony. So Divine Feminines, write down all of the things. This is one easy ceremony to have. Write down all of the things that you no longer want to have included in interactions with somebody, with your masculine, as patterns in dynamics, with anyone, friends, family, children, parents, co-workers, your divine counterpart. Let go of all of those segregation mindsets, all of the at odds and war. Find solutions. Desire that. Have a ceremony that releases it. Releases your masculine from being the bad guy, from not contributing or coming forward. That's the biggest challenge. What is the solution? We already got that you could have a ceremony, but what is the solution? The Emperor and life lessons and karma, spiritual path. So go through all of those impasse energies, all the things that you no longer want to experience within relationship, and systematically find the higher solution. Build a tree of life, overcome the karma, tackle them head on, look at each one of them, ask yes or no questions, ask for solutions. Discern it, seek it, and it will be given. Divine Feminines, directly activate in your Emperor energy. Ask the right questions. Get in there. Even if some of you use a pendulum, there's a pendulum here. If you don't, no worries. Ask for the answers. If you don't know how to receive answers, ask that question first. Teach me how to receive the answer to my prayer. See that? See what I just did there? Ask really good questions. It is part of the spiritual maturation. It is life lessons. Asking the appropriate questions is very healthy and productive, and it helps you get out of karmic patterns because it opens you to the curiosity. Why have I put myself in those situations? What have I learned from those? What can I do differently? What would interaction look like if it was healthy? What can we see for the direction that we're going next? Aha, look at that. Twin Flame Caduceus, the love. I'm getting physical meetups. This is going to bring in physical meetups. This anticipation, Divine Masculines, knowing what would work for you at this stage, knowing that there is growth available, and Divine Feminines, knowing what you don't want. Beautiful. So Divine Masculines are being asked to figure out what can be exchanged now, and Divine Feminines are being asked to gain clarity on what they don't want. That is bringing in new opportunities to have this hug, reconciliation, letting bygones be bygones, shedding the past, forgiveness, seeing each other again, coming back into connection. Do this telepathically. When you find these things, twins, that just came through, have a telepathic communication. We got that already. That makes the 3D easier. Where is the direction of the energy going? Communication. With the Queen of Cups in the reverse, this is an internalized, psychic, intuitive, heart-led, compassionate motion that is backing. So a thinking in their own right, individuating from the external, deeply going within in order to communicate from this higher vantage point, from this soft, graceful energy. Divine masculines are, oh, I just heard, in tender surrender of you, divine feminine, and this connection. They want to tell you what a sweet heart you have and how strong. Wow. Beautiful. And divine feminines, where is this energy going? Look at that. Divine masculine in the upright. We saw this character 3 times. We saw divine masculine or karmic masculine energy with or without the twin dynamic, and the becoming of divine masculine. Was that in the beginning? Anyway. So direction is going whimsy, wonder, and fantasy. So divine feminines, you're coming back around. There are no more hurt feelings, I just heard. The passion is igniting again, and you're seeing your masculine as human, but also you're going to be seeing your divine masculine as this embodied spiritual being, and this new dawn, this new day rising. There is this new cycle coming in for everybody. This is the year for it, I just heard. What is the connection? Kindness. Dropping into the heart and offering kindness, not duty, kindness. Your divine counterpart never has to communicate with you. Nobody ever has to communicate. Take it as a sacred, sacred thing. When somebody takes the time, when somebody cares to respond, to connect, that is a gift. Our time is precious on this earth. Use it wisely. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.